Hello, hello. How is everybody? Kind of dark in here, huh? Oh, just Specs here. Just messing around. You know how we do. How do we do? I don't even know why he said that. I'm feeling so much anxiety today and being so weird. Oh my gosh. Here's the thing I do when I get so much anxiety. I I used to like disassociate a little bit, just kind of zone out and just kind of like try to coast through it. Now I try really hard not to do that. Try to be really present, but it's really, I'm nervous. I have a job interview tomorrow and I'm so nervous. Chris, hi, how are you? I'm feeling a lot better. I got some new medicine. My blood pressure's up a bit. And I have a job interview tomorrow. So, no passing out or anything today. I'm feeling a lot better. But I have so much anxiety right now. How are you guys? Are you feeling better, Chris? I know you had been sick. Sounded like maybe the flu or cold. I don't know. How's the honey working out? Or the bee pollen? Melly Dons, how are you, friend? Chris, do you watch Willadina? Melly Dons here on her dog. So cute. If you hadn't, you need to because she's so beautiful. Um, Melly Dons, Chris is a friend in British Columbia, and we both. Oh, Rudini, hi. How are you, friend? We both are moderators for Lolo and Lola, Max's channel. I don't know if you're familiar. Beautiful German Shepherd dogs. We love going on their lives too. Thanks, Chris. I think you're gonna love Willadina. She's so cute. When her dad gets home, she gets so excited. She goes live a lot. She's just so pretty. She's fun to watch because she's just like so chill. Yeah, you guys check out each other. Chris is one of my kind of my OG besties on YouTube. Rudini, are you having a great day? I hope you are. Can I throw a wrench at you? Feel free to decline, but it's easier to do stuff, especially with nice people like you. I just haven't been on lately. Kind of a crazy week. I was having a little, like my blood pressure had been kind of low. I have an issue with low blood pressure. So, and then also, we were going to get Lolo, our doggy, fixed, but she came into heat earlier than we expected, and she's in heat this week. So, it's been it's been kind of awful, honestly. We didn't want to go through this again, but here we are. Hey, Bochi, do you want to say hi, buddy? He's kind of in a mood. Can you see it on his face? He's like, out of my face, mom. He's like, I'm done with you today. Bochi's like so moody. I love you, buddy. You're so handsome. You're in the mood, huh? You're in the mood. Say hi, Bruce Bochi. What's up, bro? He's like, get out of my face with that thing. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. So, on a whim, I kind of like, I saw this posting for a job, right? On the internet. And I'm kind of like half thinking of it. Say hi, Dakota. Say hi, buddy. Can I get a paw? Thank you. Oh, are you teasing? You're by your girl. She is so over you today, huh? So she's wearing her really fancy panties. Not feeling her best, huh? Are you bloated and want some chocolate, but dogs can't have that? Say hi, Miss Lola. You're beautiful. She's so tired. And here's Dakota, huh, boy? Annoying. We're all kind of annoyed with you, but we love you so much. Can you say hi, buddy? Say, I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh, he's a little bit distracted. We're not going to do that, guys. Can you lay down, please, mamas? Oh, she's like, I need the attention. Do you understand? I need it right now. So, yeah, my day's consisting of this today. He's too much. We're in the thick of it right now, you guys, and it's not fun. Louisiana KB Heathen! Do you guys know KB Heathen? Hello, Kiko. Nice to meet everyone. Oh, honey, you want to play? We can do that. We'll see if your brother will let you play. You want this, Mama? There you go, baby. Go get it, girl. Get it, girl. See how Dakota walks? I always tell him he has a very effeminate walk. He sachets his hips. I always tell him, sashay away, Dakota. He's such a little snowflake. We love him, though. And she's such a beefcake. Look at her. She's like twice as heavy as him, at least. And so ornery. Can you not scratch your booty on the furniture? Hey, remember we talked. You're going to keep your pants on. Literally. Poor baby. Sick of him. Lola is in heat. And we don't want puppies, and we don't want a mess. So she's wearing undies right now and being watched like a hawk. She is bloated, not feeling it, moody. Dakota has excused him. Pardon the air humping. He's been doing that all day. It's rather embarrassing. Dakota, that is not how these things work. We're not going to do that. We're not that kind of channel, bud. Yeah, take her to dinner first. Jesus. Come on, bud. No. Okay, inappropriate. Yeah, we're a family channel, bro. I didn't say trying to make a family channel. Come on now. She's like, oh, put me in the corner in my bed and get him off of me. Oh, look at Lola's new toy. We got it. It's so cute. Look, it's really durable. She hasn't eaten it up yet. She hasn't even killed the squeaker yet. Boop, boop, boop. Here you go. Did that make you happy? Yes. She's an obsessive nibbler. Joe. Leave it to Joe. Yes, doggy woman troubles. Which means we all have troubles because Dakota is... Let's just be real. Dakota is not particularly intelligent on the best of his days, but he is extremely sweet and clever. So he's even more dopey right now. He just can't even control himself. And bless his heart, he has no idea where that thing is supposed to go. He's special. He's just doesn't quite get the logistics of it. She's in heat right now, actively. And it is not fun. My friend, the Widow's Diary artist and poet is here. Hello. Okay, but last time, she was like, please, this is how you do it. And he was like, yeah, I want to help her ear. It was like, we're embarrassed for him at that point. We were like, dude, do you need us to put on a video for you? He's like, I just want to get it in there. He's just so, bless his heart. He does have special needs and he does have a bit of brain damage. I just have a feeling that he couldn't get it together. Look at him. He looks so embarrassed. He's like, I know you're talking about me and I could do it. Or maybe she just wouldn't let you, huh? She definitely wears the pants in that relationship. Well, literally right now, huh? The swimsuit. Kiko, do you have a pet? Thank you for coming. We really appreciate you. Oh, you did? How's the weather, Chris? Chris Wong is on the same time as I am. Like the only person I know, actually. Oh. Is your dog a girl or a boy? Kiko. I feel like I've actually... Do you have your dog on your channel? I feel like I've seen that. It is cold. The sun is out here, but honestly, it is a bit cold. It's beautiful, though. I have not been feeling well the past few days, so I actually haven't been out, but it's looked beautiful. Oh. Oh. I love your videos, Rudini. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Frank, thanks for coming. How are you? Thank you so much for coming. I tend to make all the people that I run into here blue. That way they can interact more easily. So long as I'm familiar with them and they're not, you know, of the creepy sort. Which, who am I to judge? I'm of the creepy sort myself, now and then. So I was gonna say, yesterday, on a whim, I saw this ad for a job online that I'm probably not even qualified for, but I've been feeling really antsy to get out of the house. I typically take care of Dakota and Lola, especially because he has such frequent and such serious seizures, or he has for his whole life. Now that they're kind of under control, I don't worry as much about leaving him. So I applied for this job, but Tamara Moody, you just got a puppy? What's your dog's name? Congratulations! What an exciting time. But they actually, I spoke to them. They want to interview me tomorrow. And I saw a thing that rang so true, but I had never put it into perspective this way. And like a light bulb went off. For those of you who don't know, I have suffered with anxiety since I was young. And Dakota, let's not, okay? Oh, good Lord. He's air humping again. It's not cute. You're embarrassing yourself. Poor babies. So I have an interview tomorrow. I said yes. But here's the thing about depression and anxiety. Getting up and out is so good, for depression. But getting up and getting out is so bad for my anxiety. And staying home is like so bad for my depression. But so good for my anxiety. It's like a catch-22. What do I do? I tend to kind of like overcompensate and either talk too much or not know what to say. And I'm just incredibly nervous. I don't know what to wear. I'm not cool like that. I don't do a lot of makeup and do my hair and have stylish clothes. I've never been into that. I'm like, can you wear a San Francisco Giants jersey to a job interview at a gym? Can I wear my running clothes? Like, I'm sure not. I'm like super. Here's another thing. I say dumb shit when I'm nervous. Just like, oh gosh, why did I say that? Like, dumb things. Like, everything comes out wrong. But also, and it's happening right now because I'm nervous talking about this. I get a lisp. A lisp. I don't know if you can hear it. I get nervous. And I just feel like such a dweeb. And so my first instinct is to call back and cancel and just not even go. My brain goes to, you're not qualified for this. What makes you think they're going to like you? Like, they want someone cute and in awesome shape and like, I don't know. Like, what? There's nothing wrong with me. I like me, but man, all these things come in my head. I'm so nervous. I don't know. I'm just so incredibly nervous. I don't know what to do. Your dog? So awesome to see you here. Thank you for coming. This is so cool. That's way cool. Thank you. Oh, thank you guys for coming. Please interact, get to know each other. I have some really awesome friends here. I am so Mia Moore 77. I am so stoked you guys are here. Thank you for coming. This is so cool. You guys are really making my day. I can feel my lisp going away a little bit. Thank you so much for coming. Tomcat, are you really here? Yay! How are you? They do, actually. The job is for an assistant manager at a gym. My last job was I was a manager at Jamba Juice. But man, I feel old. I feel old and obsolete, I guess. I feel good in my skin when I'm here, when I'm around friends, when I'm walking my dog, doing the stuff I love. But when it comes to like new people and judgment and all that. I don't do that. You know what I mean? And I work really hard to remember not to do that and not to do that to myself. But I feel it. Oh, I'm going to get emotional. I don't like that. When I go around people, I feel it. Like, I don't know if it's in my head, but I just feel kind of, hey, I don't know what that is. I don't know. I work so hard to feel good about myself. I'm in such a better place than I was like a year ago. But anxiety is crippling. I never knew that it was anxiety. Does that sound stupid? I'd always felt this way. So I just thought it was how people felt. I don't know. I'm stupid. I feel stupid when I say that. But it's so cool to see you guys here. I know. I think it would be good for me to go just because you say you're going to go somewhere, you go and you do it. And so I'm going to do that. And because I believe I'm very spiritual, a little Christian. Don't fault me. It's not my business if you are. You don't have to share that with me. But I've recently, after falling out with God when my family passed away, kind of come back to him in a very personal, private way, not in like an organized way, but I have to believe that I've made it this far in my life and gone through such kind of hard, weird stuff that there has to be a purpose. If I could have tried to guess, if I could have had a million guesses at where I'd be right now in my life, where I am right now would never have made the list. Not the short list, the long list, any list. And that just tells me that, like, man, you think you know how stuff's going to play out, at least me. And I think, man, how arrogant was I that I thought that? Because I never knew. It's not my picture to paint. It's just my life to live. I'm just here to see where it goes. And so, how can I know what's supposed to happen if I don't allow it to? I'm rambling. That doesn't make sense. And it sounds so flighty and weird in California. Stella, how are you? Thanks for coming. How are you? Thank you guys for coming. Sorry, my phone is acting kind of weird. You know what I've learned to do when I get anxiety? I saw this thing. I don't know if this is going to sound so California and so stoner. If y'all have ever heard of Jay and Silent Bob, I don't remember what the guy's name is. I want to say Kevin Johnson, but I'm not sure. Basically, the dude is Silent Bob in this movie, and he deals with anxiety and depression and all the kind of stuff I deal with. And I saw him talking about when he disassociates or he gets too much anxiety, what he does. He calls it the 5 4 3 2 1. I don't remember exactly how he did this, but I practice this. It's basically being present, but it's like 5 4 3 2 1 5. Think of 5 things that I can see right now. And this is going to, ground me to where I am right now and not let me disassociate and float off. And that's the easiest one because you can see all kinds of things, right? I see Dakota. I see Lola. I see a scrunchie on my arm. I see my dusty house in the background. I see that I need to wash my hair. I see this beautiful tree swaying outside my window and the sun kind of glowing. And then four things you can hear. I hear some dogs and they're howling at a train. That's another thing I hear. I hear Dakota panting. I hear a wind chime. I hear the wind rustling. Then it's three. 3 things you can smell, touch, whatever. And then always, Kevin Smith, thank you. He's so wise. And like by the time I'm done, I'm like, I feel a lot better. Like right now, my lisp is gone for the most part. And I just think that's so cool. It's always like the coolest things that I've learned and that I implement are always from like people who've been through it. Been through some stuff. They're the wisest, I think. Because it's like, theories are awesome, but experience is like, you can't buy that. You really can't. right? Anxiety, I just thought it was me. I remember I was 15 and I've always had this thing where I feel like I can't get my breath in all the way. But I had chest pains. I went to the doctor and I remember the doctor, he's probably 63, 64ish. And he looked at me with like kind of a humored look on his face. And I remember he's like he told me I had acute angina, and of course I was nervous and I made a stupid joke, but like, oh geez, doctor, don't you want to buy me dinner before you tell me that? And he, hey June, thank you. That's so nice of you to say. But he was like, you're not even 16. What are you so stressed out about? What's the anxiety for? And it's just part of me, I guess, you know? I don't know if it's something that goes back to like kind of Freudian stages. If you know anything about the early development, they say 0 to 6 months you form incredibly complex attachment issues. And I mean, theoretically, I can see that because my mother left me at 4 months old and I didn't cry. That's kind of what was my nickname in child services when my grandma got me. And so there are all kinds of implications. I don't believe I had like reactive attachment disorder or anything, but how would I know, you know? There are a lot of things looking back that I'm like, is it just my personality or is it something more? Because the only lens you have to view something through is the lens that you have, the life that you've lived, you know? So maybe the things that I kind of think are just me, maybe there's more to it. And that, my friends, is how I ended up going to college for a degree in journalism and leaving with a degree in behavioral science on accident. Because psychology is a trip, and I'm a hot mess apparently. Thanks so much for coming, Stella. It's so good to see you, bestie. Have a great day. We'll look forward to seeing you again soon. How are you not blue? I'm going to fix that real quick. There you go, friend. Have a great dinner. Thank you so much. June, thank you for coming. That is so cool. Mind if I make you blue so you can interact with my friends here? Y'all, thanks so much. I actually feel a lot better about... I just got a full breath so easily. That is really an unattractive light, isn't it? It is what it is. I've had a harsh few days. I've been just, as Joe Morgan would say, riding the struggle bus. I've not been feeling well. And then just anxieties about a lot of stuff. It's always weird, like you think you're doing well. Sometimes I think that I'm doing well, and I almost think that that causes me to like tailspin just a little bit, just to keep me grounded. Like I'm afraid to be doing well. You know what I mean? I don't know. That sounds a little bit sad. I think a lot. And I think the more I'm kind of trying, the more sometimes that I overthink it and put myself into a bad place. I'm trying to work on that a lot. But you know what I think? Do you guys know what OMAD is? It's a diet that I'm doing. 1 meal a day. My body, it feels like I'm finally getting used to it. My appetite is less. But I'm wondering if that's having maybe blood sugar is, I don't know if any of that can be related to my blood pressure. I know that my blood pressure is typically very low, but I've been having a lot of issues this week, especially with syncope. And I don't tell anyone around that too often because last time I ended up in the hospital for a few days and it was just they took really good care of me. I'm in Chico and it was at Enloe and they're amazing. Enloe Hospital. If any of y'all are near Chico or ever have a medical emergency, you will be in good hands. But hospitals in general are very unpleasant. They're very cold. For some reason, they cannot find veins in my arm. I've never been a drug user like that or anything. I don't know what makes this happen. Perhaps it's because I'm smaller or I don't know, petite. I don't know what it is. But they actually have to bring in this rolling cart that they use. It's like a sonogram to get my vein. And it's awful because they wake you up at like 2, 3 in the morning for that. And and you're already in the hospital. It's cold and it's hard to sleep. And I don't want to go back there. I just really don't. And I don't like taking medicine. And so I don't take it much because intermittent fasting. I've heard that, but I don't know. Oh, Rocky Balboa, thank you for coming. An armored sweatpants friend, you need to be a moderator. Are you okay with that? Please don't feel like you must. But I like to make people that I know are not trolleys so they can interact with each other because all the people here are really lovely and they're friends. Danny, how are you not a moderator? Hi, friend. How have you been? There we go. I ramble when I'm nervous. I have been nervous. But they give me medicine for my blood pressure. I was supposed to do like this heart monitor thing, but honestly, I it was expensive and I don't really have insurance right now or anything or when I was in the hospital, but I don't like taking medicine and they didn't ever figure out exactly if there was like an issue with a valve or something or if it was a disorder that was causing me to like have the syncope. But I learned ways such as never to take too hot of a bath, never go in a hot tub. Like when it's really hot out, make sure I stay very, very hydrated. And that typically will help keep my blood pressure to a point where I'm not like passing out too hard. But right, it's just not been working lately. I don't know if it's because like I have been dieting and I've lost like about 23 pounds. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Because like I've been exercising, I've been running, I've been eating well, I've been eating less. I don't know, maybe armored sweatpants. If y'all have not seen the channel, she's a good ass. It's an inside joke, but the channel is freaking awesome. It's almost like ASMR for your soul, for your inner goddess. Check it out. You'll see. Um, when I was in the military, the army does bayonet training. I don't know if any other like branches do this, but it was my very favorite part because we got to run like like heathens through the Missouri woods. Shout out to my girl, the widow's diary artist and poet. Son also went to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. You get to run through the mud and the muck. You grab onto a freaking, you do a barrel roll over a log. You bust out your bayonet and you holler, kill, kill, kill with a cold blue steel. And I just freaking loved it. I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe that says bad things about me, but I freaking loved it. I was like the smallest one. And I thought I was cool. It was really fun. Armored sweatpants. Okay, well, I did see a lady on your page as well. I saw you, but I also saw a very pretty lady when you guys were doing the thing. Because you have an awesome beard. But I don't know who that lady was, but I'm just saying. How quickly they forget us, ladies. How quickly. They're finally calm. For any of y'all that have a girl dog, oh, if y'all have ever had a dog that went into heat by accident, this is my first female dog I've ever had. How? Oh, that's your daughter? I thought you were just big pimpin'. Like, she's beautiful. I do see a resemblance, though. Take away that beard. I could see it. That's awesome. She's freaking cool as hell. I'm sorry, but she had my heart. Any girl that can handle a big weapon is cool in my book. Danny J! Have y'all seen Danny J's dog, Frankie? So cute. The dog has way better hair than any girl I've ever met. Insurance is expensive. So true. Y'all, I feel a lot better of just talking about. Honestly, if it wasn't a job interview, I would still be nervous about going tomorrow. Because to be honest with you, I don't go around people all that much. I mean, people I know, friends, like the grocery store. I mean, my honey works at the grocery store. I go up there. He's a manager, and like I know all the people, like my circle, my friends and stuff. But like in public where I don't know people and they don't know me, I've always felt kind of goofy and out of place and ridiculous. But I recently have learned how to feel, pretty cool about who I am. I've worked a lot on myself, so I think it's good practice for me to like put that into motion in public. It's easy to feel all right about yourself when it's just you and your husky and your crazy dog and cat. I mean, they think I'm awesome, but it's different. And I need to learn how to love me even when people might not know how to take me, and even when I might be that weird chick that is kind of tomboy and makes dumb jokes and I don't know, gets nervous. Share Bear! I love you, Share Bear. It's so good to see you. You're always at the dentist. Does your kid have more cavities? What are you feeding it? Stop feeding it, apparently. Elikeper Piera. I don't know if I said that right, but I am so excited to see you here. So cool. Hi, friend. Do you hear my dogs? I swear to you, they're so sick of me. They go all the time. You guys, thank you so much for coming to hang out with me for a little bit. I always like wonder, like, I always get nervous about coming on here, but I always feel a lot better after I do because I have so many nice friends. Reba, like Reba McEntire, Chris? That is adorable. I love her. That is awesome. Armored sweatpants. That is so cool. What kind of music is it? Like, is it like ZZ Top or what? I'm just going by the beard. I'm not judging. I just need to know because that is so cool. That is so cool. I one time sang the Star Spangled Banner for graduation at basic training, but I got stage fright and I said, "Oh, shit. I forgot the words." Just like that. And everyone laughed at me. And then I went, "Oh." And then I shut my eyes and I did it the third time and I nailed it. I mean, I don't know if it sounded good, but I got the words out. But everyone laughed at me. So I think you're really, really brave. That is awesome, Armored Sweatpants. I'm gonna have to like kind of stalk you on your page and see if I can find any of it. That's so cool. Robin H, hi, thank you so much. Welcome. Thanks for coming. This is my husky, my boy Dakota. He has special needs. He has a seizure disorder, but he is a really fun, really sweet guy. And this is his sister, not his litter mate, but his sister Chunk, Lola. And she is unfortunately experiencing womanly issues and not feeling her best, but she's so cute. And up there in the back, we got Bruce Bochy, our kitty. He's kind of the star of the show. Just kidding. Thanks for coming, Chris. It's so good to see you. I'll see you later. ¿Cómo va você? The Wizard. That's so cool. That's awesome. Everyone, please check out Armored Sweatpants. And see, if you're lucky, you can find the video with his really pretty daughter. She's awesome. Yeah, that's Bruce Bochy. We call him Bochy or Bobo for short. He's kind of mean, but we like him. I don't want to put you on the spot, Tomcat's World. He was kind of going through hard times recently. And good things have been happening for him. And I just want everyone to give a shout out to Hey Tomcat, because he's just one of the coolest people you'll ever run into. And I just like it when he goes, Tomcat out! It makes my day. Like, I love it. And his rucks. His rucks are my thing. Aw, thanks so much, friend. My wizard friend. It's awful quiet right now. I think he's finally kind of air humped his... is tired. He's tired from it now. And she's been tired of it. But he just got a healthy dose of CBDs. It helps so much with his seizures, but it really helps me with his humping. You are the widow's planting. I was going to ask you, did you get your barrels cut? And were your barrels metal or are they plastic? I was going to ask. Cutting circular things can be challenging. Tomcat, you're so freaking cool. You guys, go watch Tomcat's Rucks. They're so cool. I just like seeing where he lives and seeing, like, you almost, like, see it through his eyes, you know? It's kind of cool. See, I was going to say, if they're plastic, I got, like a cheap soldering gun at Harbor Freight, slices right through those. Interchange it with, like an X-Acto blade instead, where you would put the soldering tip, stick that shit in there, get it hot, it'll melt right through there. Or even, I got like a cheap, like foam core cutting wire cutter thing, slices right through the plastic ones. Not with a sword. Even if the barrel's full of water, armored sweatpants, would it work then? Maybe we should do an experiment. Hey, Tomcat, I don't know if the Widow's Diary artist and poet already told you, but I was hoping maybe me, you, and her, maybe we could all go live sometime. Because I don't exactly know how or what that entails, but I just think that would be so cool. Because we're all like so far away, but we're all friends. That's so cool. Oh, really thick. Should you sleep, Kiko? Well, eventually. If you're tired, then you must. But we will miss you. Look, the dogs voted yes for sleep. Coda, should Kiko sleep? I was nodding yes for him. Lola, should Kiko sleep? For sure. Have you ever done that before? I bet the wizard has. Because I've never done that. But I know there's like a thing that you like do something with a link and you send it. But I don't know exactly how. But we should do that on a day that y'all both have time off. Because I would only want to do that with like good friends. To try that for my first time. I think that would be so fun. We all sound so different too. We're like the weirdest odd couple of friends. I love it. Really? That's pretty cool. It would have to be a very big sword. Kayla Ball! My bestie's here! Miss Kayla! Thank you for coming! Coda! Miss Kayla's here! You want to say I love you? I love you. Can you say hi? Say hi, I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh, you got hair in your nose, honey. I'll fix it. There you go. I love you. You do? I love you. That's all we're gonna get today, Miss Kayla. But that was for you, sweetie, and your dad. 27-inch scalpel. Wouldn't that be an awesome band name? I think that would be so cool, you guys. We love you, Miss Kayla Ball. Hey, okay. Hit and run. Bye, Coda. Dakota, you did such a good job. She loves you too. She loves you too. Oh, you came over to see me? I feel so special right now. Oh, that's so cool. Well, y'all, do me a favor. My friend, the Widow's Diary artist and poet, she's pretty freaking awesome. And YouTube kind of smashed her with some BS. It wasn't cool. They gave her a stupid timeout. And so she hasn't been able to go online and post on YouTube all week. So if y'all would do me a favor, if you've never seen any of her work, since she's missing this whole week, go check out some of her stuff. Because I promise you, if you watch one, you're going to watch them all. I watch them in the mornings, like with my coffee, before I get up even, on my TV. And it gets me dancing almost every single time. It's just like my favorite thing. It makes me smile and it makes my day better. Please show some love to her. She's right here in blue. I'm going to pin her message real quick so y'all see her. I love her so much. If you don't mind checking her out, show her some love since she can't be posting. I would really love that because she's one of the best people. And you know what? I love kind people. On this channel, we spread love. We learn about ourselves. We love our animals. Do a little bit of gardening. A little bit of self-reflection. A little bit of everything. It's just kind of an anti-asshole channel, really. Just about getting to know one another and accepting our good and our bad and that within each other and showing some love because there's enough ugly stuff in this world. So trying to get away from that for a little bit. And maybe if you're into that, thanks for stopping by. I think that you come to the right place. Say hi, Lola. This is my girl, Lola. Not feeling so great this week. And this is why. Dakota. Jeez. Can you, like, be a gentleman, Bo? Buy her a steak or something first. And that would make my day if y'all would just say hello to my friend. Much love to you, Widow. You're just an amazing lady. I don't know how she does it. She's really smart and she's really creative. Yes, Joe. Joe's another very interesting friend of mine. Y'all check him out. He tries to act real gruff and offensive, but he's actually really, really witty and smart and takes really good care of people that need him to. Stuff that I probably could never do. He's pretty amazing. Tomcat. Y'all, I'm sure y'all know Tomcat. He's kind of a legend. If y'all don't, where have you been? Get on the boat. He's pretty great. I just like doing this thing. If y'all have never heard this, I'm going to do it for you. And if it doesn't make you smile, you may be dead inside. I'm not judging you. I'm just letting you know. Tomcat out! I've been practicing that in the mirror for like a week. Because it makes me smile. Oh. See, that's how I feel too. Like I feel very uncomfortable leaving Dakota and Lola alone because they don't like it and they don't react well. Coda pees on my shoes if I let him stay in my house. Lola will eat my blinds. And I'm worried that like he'll have a seizure and I won't be there. And like, what if something awful happens? And he's like, I don't know. I don't even want to talk about it, but he's like, Tomcat, I don't do that. I'm just telling people what I see. I don't promote people that aren't lovely to me. But I love your attitude. I'm not saying stop. Tell me more. Has a pretty good face, too. Which is something that I cannot say for Joe Morgan because he will not let anyone see it. But if you would like to see a picture of a traumatic brain injury in real life, go to his page and visit his community tab because he bonked his head right open. It looked like an undercooked chicken in a wicker basket, and he just like put some alcohol on it and called it a day. Like, who does that? When your brain is showing, you go to the doctor, Joe. You don't just have a shot and say goodnight, Irene. Right? You guys want to hear something silly that I realized, like, if I ever, like, make it to where I'm, like, well, I have money that I don't need, that, like, no one around me, like, literally needs to live, I would just spend all day. I think I'm going to actually do this anyhow. I really want to just start a thing. I'm not sure how to do this yet. I want to start a thing where, like, for people that are disabled physically, developmentally, for people that are homebound, for people that are elderly, that want to have the love of a dog or a pet, but can't get up and out to walk it or train it, I would love to provide that service for them free of charge. You know what I mean? Through like a referral service only. Like, I would love to do that so that everyone in Chico, where I live, could have the love of a pet in their home and like take away their loneliness, but not have to feel like they couldn't give the life it needs. Like, if I could do anything, like, I would do that every day free of charge. And just so, like, all the dogs in the world could have all the love they need and not be in a shelter, but they also wouldn't have to go without, like, getting out of the house and, like, having that walk. Because I believe that every dog would benefit from a 10-minute walk every day. So that's what I want to do. But, like, I'm thinking of maybe going to, like, the senior center, just, like, maybe having some, like, some little posters or flyers made up and, like, leaving my email address there, maybe setting up an email just for that. But maybe just through referral, maybe, like, Meals on Wheels or Veteran Services could point me in the right direction. I don't know, though, if I'd need to have, like, I don't know. Stella, thanks for coming back, bestie. I don't know if I would need to, like, get some insurance or something. But that's what I really want to do because I don't, like, I'm an advocate of walking your dog. I think I'm going to make a whole series on it because I'm that lady. I walk my dogs a lot, like, at least probably on a good day, 5 miles between the two, not each. But I think a lot more people could experience the love of an animal if like elderly people didn't have to worry about, can I walk the dog? Can I get it to the vet if I need? And I'm sure a lot of them don't have money to pay someone to do that. But I also don't want to be like, who's this weird chick that wants to walk my dog? But I don't know. I think that would be kind of cool. If anyone has any ideas about how I would go about something or how would you approach that, maybe let me know. But if I ever got to a point where I had lots of money, I would get a property where I could have a dog sanctuary to where I would have like maybe a donations only thrift store to support it. And then all the animals at the local kill shelters that were on their last leg that were going to be euthanized could just bring them to me and I would take care of them until I could find someone who would take care of them. And if I couldn't, then they would stay at the sanctuary and live out their days. But that takes a lot of money, I think, and I don't have a lot. But if I ever do, that's what I'm going to do with it. I just want to do that. And then maybe fight the Yulin Dog Meat Festival in China, where they terrorize animals and beat them to make the meat more tender. But start small, right? Walking dogs, maybe. Luna and Lou, how cute! Has anyone seen Stella Addison's videos? I actually have. They are so cute. Everyone, please check out Stella Addison's channel. Lou and Luna. You're going to love it. 6 tall boy steel reserve. Oh my. I used to try to drink. I'm just not that into it now. I'm kind of a THC connoisseur. I don't like to talk about it just because if there is anyone underage, I'm not a proponent of anything in excess, but I only make the rules for my life. I don't think that I don't want to promote things like that because I don't think it's right for everyone. But in my life, I really love smoking some weed. It's just me. I just really dig it. It helps me get my feelings out. It helps with my anxiety. If y'all notice, my anxiety's a little better right now. Little motivation never hurt anybody. But anyway, I know, but here's the thing is I also think that I'm not a parent and I would never want someone to push something or make or glamorize something to a child because it does affect children's brains and it let's just be real, anything in excess is not good. Anything in excess. That's my opinion. And I think that's kind of a given, you know, that anything in excess is not good. Even healthy stuff, you know? It's just the way of the world. You do too much of anything and you do too much of it. But I am with you, the Widow's Diary artist and poet. I knew that we were kindred spirits, my girl. I got married on my 21st birthday. My boy Patron was my Sancho for years, okay? He's my boy. And that's what got me into trouble. You can't make good decisions when you drink Patron, okay? And I'm really good at drinking Patron. At least I was back in the day. I started in the military. But I'm too old now and I get migraines. And I have a margarita or two, I'm good now. But man, the next day, I get a headache. I'm not gonna fib. Yo, I'm so glad I came on today. I feel so much better. I've just really been riding Joe's struggle bus. Man, I'm just so glad I came on. It's just been I had an awful night a few nights ago. I just imploded for no reason. I think I was just in a good place and then I worried too much about being in a bad place. Stuff happens, stressful stuff, you know, and just kind of, you know. But anyhow, I feel a lot better. I always do, and so I don't know why I make a thing about it in my head and just kind of withdraw. I'm glad I came back. I've missed you guys so much. I know I've chatted with a lot of you people that are here right now. Is it the one, Stella, that has, is it the one with like the Lavender Haze song or whatever she did? The one, the anti-hero? Stella, you're a Swiftie, I take it. A little bit at least. Is that right? Okay. I'm not a Swiftie. I'm not an anti-Swiftie. Oh, that's Midnight's. Okay. But I like some of her songs. But if I want to know what Taylor Swift, like big fans of Taylor Swift, think of her dude. Because just to be real with you, I do not like Travis Kelce. I do not like his face. I do not like his team. I do not like his mustache or his haircut or his attitude. I don't like that fool, and I think she's too good for him. I'm just saying. So I just want to know how y'all feel about that. Because I'm just real tired of talking about her at football games, too. We can talk about her, that's fine. But let's not talk about them, okay? If she wants to come, I'll support her. I don't want to look at Travis Kelce's face anymore. It's not a good face. Are you all done now, Cher Bear? We're getting the fillings? I love you, Cher Bear. You're freaking awesome. We need to know, though, what kind of food did you get? Because you know I'm doing OMAD. I'm living vicariously through you. Tay Tay is a tool. I do a little bit of all kinds of music. My first favorite was Janis Joplin, so I'm all over the place. I remember I was like 8 and we went to some kind of theme park. My cousin's family, my uncle, my aunt took me there. And they wanted to go on all these rides, and I ended up in a karaoke contest and I sang Dream Lover. I was like 7, and it was like all old people, right? And they're like, she knew the words. I'm like, that's my favorite song. Do you have any Roy Orbison? They're like, someone come get your kid. Oh, Stella, you're my favorite YouTuber right now. You're so cute. You're so cute. I would love that. I love your picture. Share Bear. You know, I was kidding about what are you feeding those kids, right? Because I would hate to offend you. I know I was just a joke. I love you, Share Bear. From the moment we met. Stella Addison, do you know who I do love? You guys, just like 5 years ago, I suddenly just really, I had some friends that were really into like hardcore gangster rap, and I got really into it. I'm gonna tell you what, Megan the Stallion, that's my jam. I love her. Cash shit. I know every word. I know every word. Cardi B, that's my girl. I'm her baby mama in my head. Okay? I love Cardi B and I love Megan the Stallion. I do. It's an obsession. I know all the words to Cash Shit. I can rap it. The whitest rap you'll ever see. It is not cool. And I don't care. I love it. Wu Tang Joe. Yes. Old school. I used to, I was the nerdiest white girl in Corning, okay? I was. But I loved it all. It's true. The Wu Tang, I was down with, oh, who didn't love Mary J. Blige in the 90s, too? Late 90s, early 2000s, all of it. I love that, too. My first favorite was Roy Orbison, Janis Joplin. Went through all my grandma's records. I was raised by my grandmother, so all of that. Aretha Franklin. In basic training, they caught me. I have a video somewhere. They caught me. We were getting ready to rappel, like 3 stories. And they caught me singing in the line, I will survive. And they made me sing it out loud on the table. I know all the songs. I love the music. But Tom Petty, that's my boy. I love Tom Petty. Joe Morgan grew up in the barrio, yo. I forget. He's led a very colorful life. I want to know, okay, since everyone here is from all around the US and other parts of the world, where the hell is Chick-fil-A? Because I want that like real bad, okay? Real bad. I like spicy food. Where is Chick-fil-A? How can I get me some of that? Do you have that where you live? And is it good? Because it looks good. I really like spicy chicken. Do they have spicy chicken? Southwest Idaho is trailer parks and Mexicans. Corning, California, we had a family of Hispanic people moved into our olive tree and they were like picking the olives off of it. It's the olive capital of the world. And Mexican people are hard ass workers, okay? But they moved into our tree house and my grandpa just cut down the whole fucking tree. There were no other cultures though. Like I had friends growing up, my friends were Hispanic and Filipino. But there was like one black family in town. It was not racially very diverse at all until I went into the military. And then I was like, wow, that's so cool. Like so much more to the world than redneck white people like me that drive Toyotas and stuff like that. You have Chick-fil-A? Is it delicious? We didn't have skinheads, but we had, well, I guess, like racist people, like my uncle, because he went to prison. Like, and I guess that's a thing there, apparently. Like, you have to do it, is what they say. But, I mean, my grandpa was a truck driver. Wasn't my real grandpa. My grandmother's husband. He raised me since I was like 7. And after my grandma died, he split. But, got a new girlfriend. She don't like me. But, I slip and call him my grandpa sometimes. But he had a friend named Cowboy Bob, and he was from Iraq. And they only called him Cowboy Bob because they couldn't say his name, and they made him get a cowboy hat so he would fit in better. I don't know. I guess that's maybe racist, looking back. I don't know. It's hard to say because now I would be like, dude, that's not okay. You don't behave that way, or you don't try to Americanize someone. But then it was just how I grew up. It was just how people were in a small town with 5,000 people. You only know what you know, right? I love country music too. I know okay, old school country is my jam. Like David Allan Coe, I'm sorry. All the old country is funny and awesome. Charlie Daniels, um, gosh, all of them. I was way into Bocephus. I had a dog named Bocephus, Possum, Charlie Rich. So many good ones. The Charlie Daniels band was pretty amazing. Hank Williams Jr., just everyone. Of course, everyone loved um, Johnny Cash, but like, I love Willie Nelson. He's my man. Yes, I know every Johnny Cash song. I mean, who doesn't? How can you even call yourself an American if you don't know a Johnny Cash song? I'm sorry. If you don't, you should, because it's amazing. Yes, me too, Tomcat. I'm kind of bummed that it's not that spicy, because I really love spicy. You guys know what I want to get is like, I totally lost my train of thought. Okay, have you guys ever seen the hot ones? I didn't even know that actually started on YouTube, and I'm a little bit obsessed with YouTube. It's just like such a cool platform. Like I'm intrigued by YouTube. I spend most of my time on here, but the hot ones, the hot sauces, I totally want to do my own version of that show. I want to get those hot sauces and see how I can make it, because everyone like my Hispanic friend Tavio, he likes spicy, but apparently not. He gets spicy foods from his sisters, and he's like, "Oh no, no, here, let me." I trust you, Joe. Totally. I'm not worried about it. I think you have really good judgment. But I want to see like he gets something spicy. He's like, "Oh no, give it to that white girl. That's her kind of spicy." But I want to see like when it comes down to like what the bottles have the what are they called? I just went blank. Surprising. It's the red eyes. Um, Not decibel, but what is that? The Scovilles, like, and see if I can actually do it. I've had ghost pepper sauce. I think I grew ghost peppers and I grew chocolate habaneros a few years ago, and they were hot. But I think I had this one hot sauce. I think it was called Gringo Bandito, but that could be wrong. Had like a skeleton face with a poncho and like a revolver, and it was so freaking hot and so good. It's true. I like Corona with anything spicy. It's too. Okay, Stella, we'll see you soon, friend. I love hot sauce, but hot sauce is never hot. Like Frank's Red Hot, like a lot of times My honey and I will eat something and I'll be eating it and he'll be sweating it. I'll be like, is this hot? Or he'll be like, that's a little spicy, huh? And I'll be like, okay. And I don't taste it anymore. I really think maybe I burned off some of my hot taste buds because I just, until like either I'm sweating and my nose is running, or if you have chapped lips and they start burning, sometimes I don't register it as hot. But I think it depends on the mood too. You know what I mean? Because like if I'm in the mood for spicy, it's not hot. But sometimes I don't know. Maybe I don't know what it is. Sometimes I'm like, oh no, that's just too hot right now. Like once in a while, I'll be like, those Takis are burning my mouth up, and I'm like, what the hell? So I think it depends on the mood, but I love spicy. Stella, things are coming back, bestie. I'm not gonna lie. I quit. I smoked cigarettes years, 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 probably 20 years. And then when I was in the hospital, I quit. I just didn't smoke anymore after that. When and if I drink, or once in a while after I have a really good meal, maybe eat a little bit too much, I'll be like, someone will light a cigarette, or I'll see someone on TV and I'll be like, oh my goodness, I would give my left nut I don't have for that cigarette. Although I wouldn't. I can easily go buy them, but I wouldn't. But it's just like the craving. I think it's in my head, but the smell of it, especially if I drink or fish. When I go fishing, I like to have beer, and I chewed for a bit when I hunted because I didn't want to mess with the scent for the dogs. Disgusting. Heartburn. I don't crave that, but I will still crave a cigarette sometimes. I won't do it though. Dang, Joe. I remember when I was young, when I went through basic training, I'd asked my grandmother, I was such a snowflake when I was young. I smoked cloves. They like the brown paper. They're so sickeningly sweet, and they sound like you just poured a bowl of Rice Krispies, and they're like pop, 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 pop. So disgusting. I remember asking my grandmother to bring those to me in Missouri for my graduation, and she didn't. She brought Marlboros, and I smoked that for the next 15 years. Yes, widow, we got to you. You know what, Tomcat? Don't be sad. You had a really hard time. Here's the thing, though. You know you can quit now. So when you're ready, you can. The thing for me for quitting, I'm not going to get up on a soapbox because everyone is different. I did for like a couple weeks, I did an electronic cigarette, it did not fulfill the need for me. I did the gum, which gave me the worst effing heartburn, and I did the patches. But the thing for me was like, just being like, oh, this is gonna fucking suck. It's just gonna suck. I'm gonna be a bitch. I'm gonna wanna smoke, and I'm not gonna do it. So I didn't. And once I got through the first day, I was like, okay, I did it for a day. Given I was in the hospital, but my first day out of the hospital when I did it, I was like, if I can do it through one whole day in my real life and not smoke, and one whole night, well, I mean, it's just another day and another night, so I'm just gonna do it again. At least it was just something in my head. I was like, I know I can now. For me, I just did because I was like, man, it's expensive, bad for you. My grandmother died from lung cancer. It was just time. It just clicked for me. But I could not have quit and then had my grandmother die. I didn't quit that day. I could not have. So don't be hard on yourself. That only makes it worse, Makes you feel like a failure before you even tried. Like, that's ridiculous. You're very smart. You're very strong willed. When you want to quit, you will. And when I want to not smoke other things like marijuana, then I won't. But that's not going to happen. It's not. Some things are worth it. I mean, we only make the rules for ourselves, right? Don't let other people make your rules for you. You make your rules. You have an intuition, right? What's right for me is not going to be right for all of you. What's right for you is not going to be right for me because we all live different lives. I just try to remember that. The biggest thing I think that I kind of knew I was getting some maturity in my life was when I realized that, like, sometimes I'm an effing asshole. Like, I have my moments where I'm like, I'm embarrassed. You know, I'm embarrassed of either what I just thought, what I just said, how I felt, how I reacted when I was hungry. We all have that. So don't be shocked when someone you really like has a moment. They're going to have that moment. For me, though, it was like allowing myself to have that moment too. And then saying, you know, I'm not going to throw out the baby for the bathwater. That's the biggest thing I learned is everyone has that asshole move, that asshole mood they get into, but not everyone has that good person quality, you know? So hang on to those people and don't throw out the baby for the bathwater because they said something rude when they were hangry. You know what I mean? But also extend that grace to yourself, bro. You're allowed to say something stupid. You're allowed to make a mistake and learn from it. It's kind of the point, at least for me. So I'm giving myself that grace to not be perfect, to not look perfect, but still be good enough. And that's the coolest thing. If you can give that to yourself and to those around you, you're killing it. At least for me, so. Oh. Okay. Well, Joe, we're going to need to work on that. Okay. That was your moment. I'm not going to lie, Joe. If you throw punched me, that might outshadow your niceness. But I have a strong feeling that you wouldn't do that to me and that whoever did that to you probably had it coming at some point. Because I know you and you're pretty awesome. So that's one of those people that you have to look at and say, yeah, your assholeness brings out my assholeness. Not worth it. Because trust and believe, I meet those people too. Early in my life, I did not know how to say goodbye to those people. And that is also a skill. So good for you, Joe. But also, let's work on that a little more. Because not worth it. Just probably not worth it. Maybe use your words. You can use bad words. I shouldn't be laughing. I don't condone it. But I'm humored by it. Because I'm human. So. That's cute. I like that one. Y'all, isn't this cute? I like that one. Luna. Hi, Luna. That's Moon, right? Luna? That's beautiful. If y'all have not yet, say hi to Stella. Give her a like for Luna. She's such a sweetheart. So cool. You guys, thank you so much. I feel like a lot better. See, Joe, if it was worth it, it was worth it. You don't have to lie. You don't have to have shame in your game. That's why I respect you. I'm going to tell you a story, okay? This happened to me one time. I am proud of it. I am a little proud of it. I'm going to tell you a story time. This is a true story. It was scary. I cried and I punched someone, okay? I would do it again. I don't condone violence. Sometimes it's necessary. Here's one of those times. I'm going to share this story one time and we're not ever going to talk about it again. I dated someone who was an asshole when I was young. I was just fresh out of a safe woman's house, divorced. Someone I would not typically have dated, but he made me laugh. He drank too much. I was what the military liked to call a presentable female face. We went to a sprint car race one time, my unit. Presentable female faces did a DNC, a drill and ceremony, at this sprint car race in the middle of the track. It wasn't a big deal. It was just to promote the military, you know, and this car race. So I'm in uniform. Military uniforms have your name on them. They have your unit crest on them. They have your rank on them. Your last name in capital letters on the pocket in public. The idiot I was dating, I got him tickets to come and see the drill and ceremony. Never heard from him. Text him, never heard from him. Used his ticket, came in, was apparently getting drunk with some friends with my camel pack. He filled it full of tequila, was wandering around causing trouble. being an ass. Finally, the drilling ceremony is over. I watched the race. Finally found him right at the end, going to leave. He drove a BMW, a convertible with big Coke dealer rims. He was a very large man. He looked like a Coke dealer. Very large man with facial piercing. Got incredibly drunk. We're leaving, and he's talking shit to another very drunk, very large man. Starting shit. I don't even know what it was about. It was nonsense. I have my name on my uniform, and he's starting a fight. It's embarrassing, and it can get me into trouble. I'm trying to get him away. I don't even remember how it happened. They ended up getting in a fight, and this guy knocked my friend on the ground. There was a pole by my friend's head. My friend, his face was pouring blood. He was on the ground. I don't know if he was lucid at this point or not, or if he was briefly out, but the man reared back and he was going to kick the guy I was dating's head into the pole. In my head, I don't know if it's true, he could have easily died. To full force kick this man. This was a 250-pound guy that was going to kick him in the head. His head was less than, I would say, probably 8 inches from a telephone pole, and he was going to kick his head into that. I did not even think about it. With my BDUs on, with my name on it, I reared back and I socked this dude as hard as I could in the fucking nose, and it sprouted blood everywhere. Everywhere, all over me. I was covered in blood. The guy looked at me, so fucking shocked that that had just happened. And I was like, oh God, he's going to kill me. He's going to fucking kill me. He's going to hit me back. I just remember the look on his face. He looked at me, he put his hand down. Some guy came and it was like they scooped him up and they were all gone. The guy was on the ground and I drug him up and I got him in the car and I drove out of there shaking, crying, covered in blood. Got to my grandmother's door where she was staying. I'm covered in blood. This guy's drunk as hell. She looked at me and I just started bawling. And she goes, "What did you do to her?" And that's all I remember. But that was the only time that I've ever, ever accosted someone like that. When it, it just wasn't my place, but I didn't know what else to do. And it was just kind of a knee-jerk reaction. I'm shaking right now. I'm shaking thinking about it. It was really disturbing. I was 114 pounds. It was terrifying. And I am and I am not proud of it because I really think that guy might have died had that happened. I don't know what could have happened, but I think it was really also really, really stupid of me to get involved. I'm shaking right now. It's really upsetting to talk about. So I don't like violence. I've dealt with a lot of violence in my marriage. So drunk men and violence freak me out. But sometimes it happens, I guess. I don't know what the point of that story was. The point of that story was it was really scary. It was really scary. I didn't think I would ever tell anyone that story. The only people that have ever heard that story, no one's ever heard that story. The people that lived it. Arturo, I won't say his last name. The guy I was dating and my grandmother who's dead. And whoever that white dude was that I punched in the face, I didn't know I had it in me. And I still can't believe that happened. You know what, though? I was married to an Army Ranger who was extremely mean. Really mean. I was in a safe woman's house. And what I do know is that when you're scared for your life, my go-to move is a headbutt to the nose. When they're a lot bigger than you and you're a girl, that was my go-to. No, I'm really sorry. I don't mean that. I mean angry drunk men. Guys who have issues in their head with women. That's what I mean. Who drink because they don't know how to behave. Not because they drink to have a good time. Good men are good men. Bad men who drink too much are just worse men. Do you too, Stella? I thought it was just me. I'm glad that it's not. It's kind of embarrassing. And that's when I kind of start to have a lisp. When I get emotional about something like that. It's weird. It's always kind of embarrassing because I remember being really young, 4 or 5, and my grandma was very hardcore. She loved me to death, but she was she was mean. Um, she wouldn't put up with any crap, and if I would cry, she would like kind of like, you're too sensitive, like, and I would cry harder and harder, So it was always like kind of a shameful thing. Now I know better, but it's still kind of like I get that way. I don't know. Even though I've been through some crazy stuff and I'm still here, I'm still kind of a wuss. That's okay. Sometimes that's all you can do, Tomcat. I mean, for 15 years, I was in a hardcore depression, and like for probably 3 years before I came on YouTube, I couldn't leave a room. Like I didn't leave my house. I just was too overwhelmed. Like because I couldn't deal with like all the kind of sad stuff that had happened in my life. Zombie Force! Hi! Thank you for coming. I'm so excited to see you here. But you know what I did? I I kind of like disassociated. Like I would just kind of zone out, maybe smoke too much, mota, or just like not deal with stuff, just veg out. But eventually, like, man, I got so tired of being like sad. And then I started having these bad dreams, like where my body and my brain would deal with this stuff kind of that I wouldn't allow myself to. So when I finally was like, F it, I'm dealing with this crap because I'm tired of being sad and I'm tired of not dealing with it. I'm dealing with it anyway. So I just dealt with it. I'm still dealing with it, but I'm getting better. But look how long it took me. I mean, my grandma died almost 16 years ago. And because I couldn't deal with it and I didn't deal with it, it just kind of spiraled into something worse, Look, this is so new to you. Give yourself patience, give yourself grace. You'll get there. You're dealing with it. You're doing the right thing. So you're killing it, okay? Be nice to yourself. You're amazing. Kiko, I've been live? Wow, I've never been live for that long. Stella, you have made my day since the first time we ever talked. I tried telling Stella I'm not like an influencer. I'm just a lady on YouTube with a couple dogs, but she like makes me smile. She's so sweet. Did you really? Like that's crazy to me, Joe. Like you've had such, in my opinion, such like a tumultuous life, but you're like such a funny and sweet person. Like I know that you can be gruff, but like it blows my mind that, pardon me, that you're even still here. But let alone like so gracious, like take such good care of your mom, and like you've been through so much with your dad, even your sisters today, like I don't know, call it what you will. You might think you're the black sheep, but you're kind of the glue, that's holding stuff together. That's kind of how my grandma was. That's kind of why I love the widow so much. She's just like such a strong woman. Like, Joe, I literally always wanted a rooster tattoo below my knee just so I could say that. Tomcat, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't know any of these lovely people. Thank you, Tomcat, for like taking me under your wing when I was like so new here, and making me feel like it was okay to be a weirdo. that was okay, because now I kind of see myself as okay, and that's freaking awesome. Georgia Veritas 140. Hi, thanks for coming. Tomcat, you already know you're my brother. You already know that. Like, I've just been so blessed since I met you, and I just want you to be good to yourself. You're so good to so many of us, but you're like so hard on yourself sometimes. Give yourself patience. Oh, I'm so proud of you, Stella. That's so cool. Here's the one thing I've learned. I don't have a lot of subs or anything yet, but I have so many friends. Oh my God, Joe. Pardon me, I did not realize. Sorry. Joe. Ouch. The one thing I've learned is that, like, there are gonna be mean people on YouTube. Just like anytime anything good happens in real life where you start to feel validated or accepted or make friends, there's gonna be someone that's gonna pick up on that and they're gonna be a jerk to you. So when that happens to me now, I'm kind of honored, you know? Just please, if anyone's ever mean to you, laugh it off. Don't even reply, okay? Because that makes them feel important. So please. No, we don't now start barking, honey bunny. No, you're not gonna start barking. No, honey bunny. Lola's in such a mood. It hurts my heart when I see my friends get people be mean to them on here. Especially when people are like so kind and vulnerable. Do you know how how much of you that takes to do that and open it up for the whole entire world to see your life? And then for one person to come along and make a presumption about it or bully you or try to spew hate at you, like, bring it all you want to me. That's fine. I've been through so much hard stuff that you're not gonna, like, ruin my life. But it makes me so upset when I see people do that to nice people. You know what I mean? Like, bring it my way, but please don't let anyone get under your skin. Tomcat, you're very cool. See, I've never cared if I was respected, Joe. But I've always, I guess, yeah. To be honest with you, I feel like I've validated myself now a little bit, but I still have really hard days where I'm like, man, I'm a weirdo. Like, I'm so different than everyone else. And it's a hard pill to swallow. You know? It's kind of hard sometimes. Because I've always been so different from, like, not having a mom and a dad. Like, I was low-hanging fruit. But I think when you don't, at least for me, not having a place to belong as a child, like a mom and a dad, maybe it'd have been different had I had siblings or anything that looked like a normal family. It was just so blatantly obvious that wherever I was, they had to make room for me. And I think that always kind of stuck with me. You know, like I never felt like I was meant to be. I kind of always from a very young age felt like a burden. Although I didn't know what the word meant. You know what I mean? Like I never wanted to ask for too much or be too loud or like draw attention to myself because then people would notice that I didn't really belong there. But I don't think I realized that it was not normal to feel like that. So when I did realize that I felt like that, I realized, hey, I think I always did need to be validated. But no one's ever going to do that if I don't do it for myself. So that's what I'm trying to do. And some days I think I nailed it. And then some days it all comes crashing down and the anxiety is just too much. But for the most part, I've never felt this much happiness in my whole life. And I feel just really blessed. Because I really felt like after I lost my family, like, that's it for me. I'll never be happy now. Like, you can't fix that. But then I realized I'm a grown-ass adult. Like, I'm not going to get stuck with that, you know? But I think it took me way too long to realize that. And it's so cool for me. Can you stop with the humpy dumpy, Coda? She's going to bite you. That if I don't give that to myself now, that it's not fair to the me that I was when I was a kid. So I think I'm finally there. But I think I'm always going to be a weirdo. But I'm just going to embrace it. It is what it is. Wow. Wow, that's crazy, Joe. I don't want to say, I don't ever want to be dominant, Tomcat. I just don't. Does that make sense? I've never ever wanted that. Even in the military, I was never comfortable. I don't want to be dominant, but I don't want to be walked on. Because I've always had a problem with putting myself in a position that I was like, hey, I don't matter as much as everyone else. It's okay. But now I'm kind of like, that offends me now. You know? Like I finally started articulating that. And it feels kind of nice, you know? like just little things that other people might not realize that you perceive as that. So it feels kind of good to be like, hey, no, 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 I matter in that way, you know? So I think I'm kind of doing that for myself. Thank you, Joe. Did you toot? Did you just toot on my live stream? Coda tooted. It was loud. Thank you. That's really nice. I'm honestly not fishing for compliments, but I sure appreciate that. My new place is so great. I can't even explain to you. It's a mess right now. But man, we're so blessed to have it. Like, it's a mess right now, but it's so beautiful. Like, we went from not having, like, floors to having these beautiful laminate waterproof stuff in this yard for our dogs. We have a dishwasher. A freaking dishwasher. We didn't even, at our old apartment, for 9 years, we didn't even cook a pizza because we couldn't fit one in our oven. So it's like really cool. And we only had one working burner. So now even my dogs are happier. Okay. Wow. You guys have had the most fun. Oh, wow. I think that's really cool that you get to control your own now. Because, you know, your channel's kind of like your brand, they say. It should be what you like. Yes, that's all I'm trying to get across this whole thing on YouTube. That's all I want to say. Is we're all kind of a lot more alike than we think we are. So instead of being mean to each other all the time, why don't we give each other a little freaking grace and just understand that we've all come through different places and we're all just trying to get through another day. So why make more ugly stuff when we could all just be friends? I know, it sounds nerdy and dorky, and maybe it is, but it's better than the alternative, right, you guys? Thank you guys for coming here. It's really been so much fun. I'm gonna go wash my hair because I haven't in like 4 days because I've been kind of down. You guys, thank you so much. Like from the bottom of my heart, I feel so much better every time I come on here. I got up today, I cleaned my house, I got dressed, and I did a live stream. And I feel a lot better. And I feel a lot more excited for my job interview tomorrow. I love that. Tomcat, thank you for being my first good friend on YouTube and taking me under your wing and showing me that it's okay to be nice. You don't have to be embarrassed of it. You're awesome. You guys are all awesome. Please get to know each other. Please check out Stella. She's just so sweet. And her dogs, there's 2 of them. Check them out. 2, just like mine. Stella, thank you for being our friend. Thank you for coming for the long run today. And just come back again because I really like chatting with you guys. Thank you for making me feel better. And thank you for being friends. SK Jr., hello. Thank you for coming by. Stella, our newest bestie in our live streams. It's been so much fun. And we love your new picture. Keep that one, please. Have a good day, you guys. I'll come back tomorrow and let you know what happens with the interview. I'm going to go, but I don't think this is the job for me. But I'm going to go because it's good practice. Thank you guys for convincing me of that and for showing some love because I just really needed it. If you guys haven't yet, check out my friend that's not here right now, A Surfer, because he makes me smile every single day and I really love it. He just gives me good vibes and I like to share that. I think he might do the same for you. Plus he has really awesome pictures of turtles. Real, up close. He took them himself in Hawaii. Have a great day, guys. Bye, bestie. Love you, Stella.